lot of people has been speculating if I read music. No, I don't read music at all. I don't know how to read anything on music. I know how to read, of course. I can read books and stuff like that, but I can't read music. When I look at, my eyesight's really bad. When I look at a piece of music, it looks like mumbo jumbo on here. So I can't read music at all. And how did I learn? A lot of people want to know, how did I learn? Well, somebody taught me the notes. You know, I used to name them notes, like this one right here was, that one was Tom right there, or Bert. I think it was Bert. I said, that's Bert. That one's Betty. You know, this one's Sarah, which is cool. This one's Lisa. You know, I used to name all the keys, and as much names as I can think of. Like this one's name is Danny. You know, this one's name's Eric. You know, I forgot which key, but I used to name the keys like that, and they're like, I said, let's play the song in the key of Eric. They're like, what do you mean Eric? You mean E? I'm like, what do you mean E? Yeah, the notes are labeled A, B, C, D, E, and I didn't know that when I was a kid. So I was like, no, that's Eric. And this is E right here. So it's like it's like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, and then also the sharps I learned and everything. But yeah, so my first finger exercise was stuff like that. So that's my first finger exercise that I did, and then we did the boogie woogie stuff and everything like that. And how I learned how to play the piano is that I used to play a note, skip a note, play a note, skip a note, play a note, and play them all at the same time. And then somebody said, well, why don't you play this note lower? Oh wow, well, virtuoso, I could play. And I was a little kid back then. I was like, I could play. Okay, do me a favor, play the same thing from a key of F. So I did that same thing, key of F. I'm like, oh, you mean Mary? No, actually, F was Hazel after my mom. So that was Hazel. So I'm like, okay, here, let's try it again. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. So that's how I used to learn music back then. Because I couldn't, if you would put a piece of music, unless if it was a big letter that said E on it, then I know it's an E. But I didn't know anything about music at all. You know, I didn't know anything about rhythm until I taught myself the rhythm. When I saw Joanne Castle play the old Piano Roll Blues, I was like, holy cow, I gotta learn that song. So just like I did not know how to do that back then. And so what I did is I challenged, a lot of friends challenged me, Kris, you can play this song, you can play this song, you can play this song, why don't you play the song in double time? And I'm like, double time? So when I was doing blues, I was doing back then. Just simple chords. Now I do. Fast boogie woogie. I can't do it right now, but it's okay. So I didn't really know what I was playing. I knew I was playing notes. I remembered the notes and everything. I remembered the chords, but I didn't know what I was playing. So I joined a church, and a church. They said, oh, the church is looking for a pianist. And I was in junior high school. I'm like, oh, cool, I got a job. Yes, I got a job as a pianist. I know no church songs. I only know like 4 or 5 church songs off the top of my head. And I was happy I got a job. That was my first job, and honestly, it paid. It was good pay for a little kid. This was back in the '90s. I must have been probably, I could say 16 years old or stuff like that. And back then it was like I was getting $150 a week, just for playing for 2 hours. I think 2 services. It was one on Wednesday and one on Sunday, and it was only for 4 hours. So it was like 2 hours each. I'm sorry, yeah, two. It was I'm sorry, 8 hours, not 4 hours. It was 8 hours. So I thought that was fine. What I did is I basically you can still come, it's no problem. So what I did is I basically just save up all that money, and I bought keyboards. I bought another keyboard. I bought another keyboard. I didn't have an acoustic piano because what happened is that when I moved to Florida, I could not afford acoustic piano, so I had keyboards. And then that's when I learned. And my keyboard was only 61 keys, so it was like that's it. From here to here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 61 keys right there. And so that's all I was doing is playing from the 61 key level. But now it's like keyboards and pianos. When I first my first piano, my first grand piano that I got was a Pearl River, which I love. It was a Pearl River. It was a high polish. It was like this. It was mahogany, and loved it. I loved it. And so now I got pianos and keyboards just coming out of coming out like crazy. I'm eating, sleeping, dreaming, pianos and keyboards. It's just coming to me. I mean, I can just look at a model and say, okay, I want that model. I don't know how the hell I'm going to pay for it, and it's there. So that's what happened to most of these pianos here. Only piano that I paid for in this house was that Baldwin L. So that's the only thing. All the rest of the pianos here I got for free. I'm not going to tell you how, but all right. So I'm going to play one more song, and that's it. That's basically.